Legomatic 9, and today I'm finally doing part 8 of my custom Lego The Walking Dead figures. So today I have 5 more figures to show you guys. In the middle there I have my new version of Rick Grimes. To his right we have my version 4 or something like that of Daryl Dixon. Then to his right I have my Beth Greene. And then over here we have Rhee in his Riot Gear. And then on the very far left we have Joe. And Joe was the last figure I made. That was the only figure that I was working on recently, because all these guys have been done for a while. But school has been really hectic for the past few weeks. I've been really busy with that. And so it took me about a week to finish up Joe, because it just took so much time out of my schedule with school and stuff. So I only had like an hour per day to work on him, and I think he turned out really awesome. So, as I said, all these figures are brand new, and I definitely love all of them. So, without further ado, let's jump into the close-up of these 5 brand new minifigures.
We've all done the worst kinds of things just to stay alive. But we can still come back. We're not too far gone.
So we're going to start off this part with the main protagonist from The Walking Dead, which is Rick Grimes. Now this is my 4th version of this character, first one being a sheriff outfit. I believe the second was him wearing a black plaid shirt, and then the third was him wearing his tan collared shirt. So this is his new updated version for Season 4, in which he's wearing his winter coat, I guess you can call it that, which is a dark brown coat with some like fur collaring. Definitely pretty awesome. But before we get into that, I just want to say that he has 2 weapons this time rather than just one. He has the new Brick Arms M1911 Reloaded pistol, which has the overmolded brown grips, and then I painted the chamber or the ejection port, whatever you want to call it, painted that silver just to make it look pretty awesome. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And then he also does have a new 44 Magnum Python from Brick Arms, in which I did get in a trade with from Lots of Legos on Flickr, so definitely check out his photo stream. He has some really awesome stuff, so thanks again for him. As I said, new, it is a pure silver, whereas the previous one was more of a speckled silver. You can see like the glittery stuff in there, so got a new version and it definitely looks a lot better. So I carried over the legs from my previous version onto this version because he wears black pants throughout the entire series, so didn't really have to change anything there. I was planning on adding boots, but I couldn't really see any good reference pictures to what color they were, so I decided to leave them out for now, but they'll probably be added on in a later version of this character. So he has some weathering and dirt dry brushed onto his legs, which looks pretty awesome. On his belt area, he has the bottom of the belt buckle because the top is being covered by a jacket, and then he also has a gold dot right there, which is on his belt, but the other one, there's 2 of them, but the other one's being covered by the jacket as well. Then his torso and arms is just painted in a dark brown like his jacket is, and I added some little black details on there to make it look like it was wrinkled, so I definitely like how that turned out. Then he has the gold zipper on there, where it opens up, and that gold, it goes into a triangle or like a V right there, because since it's opened up. And then it goes to the end of the fur, I guess, the tan fur on there. And then there's I just have black lines doing the rest of it on the side. Then underneath his jacket, he does have a white shirt in which I dry brushed on some dark gray as well as brown to make it look like it was dirty. Then above that, you have his skin exposed from the collar of the shirt. On his arms are dark brown, but then there are a black line on each side. That was just, I guess, the stitching on the jacket in the show, so I just decided to add that. Back, nothing really that special, just some more brown, which extends onto the belt as well. Then his head is brand new, definitely a lot better than the previous head, which was an Indiana Jones head, and it just looks like, oh my god, look at how awful that old one looks. So I'm going to throw that one over there, because I don't like that. So this one is the Obi-Wan Kenobi face, in which I painted a dark brown beard onto that, so it definitely looks really awesome. Then I added some blood stains to the top of his head. Definitely looks pretty sweet. And then he just has the same hair I've been using for about 2 or 3 years now. Probably 2 years now. So same head, not same head, same hair. And then on the back, I tried to give him a double-sided face, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi head does, but some of the paint is starting to chip off on it, so I just decided to just keep the standard head on there, just the standard kind of calm head. So I'm gonna get that back on there. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my new version of Rick Grimes.
What the hell are you gonna do now, sport?
Second on the list is Joe. Now, Joe is the main villain, I guess, from the second part of Season 4. So he's just kind of a threat that is there. Isn't a huge threat, but he's definitely not that small either. So he is armed with a Brick Arms Colt 1911, their new version, but then I painted on the chamber, and then I also painted the grips in a dark brown, so that's pretty awesome. Then I also painted up a tennis ball for him, because if you guys did not know, he was the one in Rick's house, or it wasn't actually Rick's house, but the house that Rick was in, when I guess you can call them the claimers, when they arrived to the house, he was the guy who was bouncing the tennis ball. So I made that out of a Brick Arms M67 frag grenade, and I cut off, oh god, I don't know what part that is from the grenade, but I guess I don't know what it is, but I cut off one of the parts of the grenade, and then I painted it in a kind of dirty lime color, and then I painted the bottom in flesh so it blend in with the hand, and then I painted the white around it, which is pretty awesome. So definitely liked adding that little feature to it. Just kind of gives the character more personality, or the figure more personality. Sorry, I gotta move the background back a little bit. So his legs are just dark blue legs, in which I painted on some black shoes, not black boots, just black shoes. They kind of curve down on the side right there, and then also on this side as well. So they curve down, and then go onto the back as well. Now onto the torso. Holy crap, that torso. Oh my god, that's probably one of the best torsos I've painted in a long time, and it took me about 2 to 3 days to perfect that torso, and I am just so happy with how it came out. So it was on a black torso, and then I painted on the denim jacket, in a, I think it was a custom color, so I can't really tell you what brand or whatever colors I used for that because I forget. So I got the denim denim jacket painted on there, and then I painted on the pockets, and then the lines on there, and those pockets and those lines turned out really awesome. I got them all in my first try, so I didn't have to like paint over them again and redo it, so I was really happy with how those turned out. So, onto the, then also on this side, I forgot to mention, but there are some gold buttons painted on there, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Then, on the, undershirt, the black shirt, he's got the white collar up at the top, which is being covered by the denim jacket, and then I got the flesh painted on there. And then I have some white lines moving down, or not moving down, going vertical on, to represent, I guess, just where the buttons are. Just they were outlined, in his actual jacket on the reference pictures I was looking at. So I painted those on there, then I painted on some light gray buttons, and then I have the shirt split down here, and then it continues throughout, and then the jacket cuts off there. And then right there, I'm really proud of those. Those are some roses I had to paint on there, and definitely turned out really sweet. And then I had to paint on the branches as well, so those definitely turned out really freaking sweet, and I'm really loving how those turned out. And yeah, so those are pretty sweet. Moving on to the side, he's just got black arms, and then I painted on the white around the wrist, which he had. I guess he was wearing another shirt under that, but I painted the white around the wrist, so it's pretty awesome. On the back, it's just all painted in the denim color, and then he had a hole in his jacket, so I decided to just paint that on there, so that's pretty cool. His face isn't the most appropriate face for Joe. I couldn't really find any others, but this is the best I could do as of now. I painted his eye. It was an Aragorn face, and then I painted the eyes. Oh, not the eyes. The eyebrows gray. Then I painted his mustache gray, and then his goatee gray, and I gave him some gray sideburns on the side. And then I tried painting a gray stubble. That didn't really turn out that great, but it's definitely pretty cool. And then his hair is just I think, yeah, Anakin. It was his hair, and then I painted that light gray, and then I dry brushed over that with a dark gray. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Joe.
But hey, shoot me again, you best pray I'm dead.
Third on the list is my brand new version 4 of Daryl Dixon. Now, a lot of you guys seemed a little unhappy with my version 3, which was in, I believe, part 7 of my custom Walking Dead figure series. So a lot of you didn't really like him, so I decided to update him a lot. And I mean a lot. So before I get onto the actual figure, he does have 2 accessories. One being his trash bag, which is a Lego Santa Claus, or whatever you want to call it, bag, which I painted black. So he's got his trash bag, which he carries around, hubcaps from cars, and a whole bunch of stuff that him and Beth used in Season 4. So I decided to just make that just for fun. Then he also has his Strike Zone crossbow, which I updated a lot as well. As you can see, I did add the white, gray, and green camouflage on there onto the stock and onto the grip area right up there. So that's pretty awesome. Then one thing that may not be that noticeable is that I lowered the rail a little bit because it was up really high. So what I did is I cut it off and shaved it down so it is a lot lower now, and it definitely doesn't look as bad as it did before. So pretty awesome. Loving the way that came out. And so yeah, now onto the figure. The figure is really awesome. I'm really loving how he turned out. Starting off on the legs here, he does have just his same brown pants with the hole in the knee. But what I did is I added his boots, which are a dark tan with a light tan on the bottom. So again, those go all the way around. So pretty awesome. Also in the back, as you guys saw, I did add his little dark red handkerchief, which doesn't stay down, so it kind of flaps out like that. So dark red handkerchief, added that just for fun because it's pretty awesome. Then also on his torso here, I added his biker jacket. I completely redid the torso. I'll just say that I completely redid it because, you know, screw the other one. The other one wasn't accurate at all because I had his wings on the back of a shirt, and that just was not right. So changed it up completely. What I did is I gave him a I gave him a dark gray undershirt there with the collar up at the top, and it kind of folds down here at the bottom, so definitely pretty cool. Added the buttons on there and the collar up at the top, so that turned out pretty awesome. Then I have his biker jacket on there, which is a lot more accurate than the previous version, so it definitely looks a lot more awesome. He's got these silver buttons on this side, and then he's just got the various dark gray lines on his jacket as well. And I also painted on the flesh on these sides to make it look like his sleeves were kind of cut off, so pretty awesome. Going on to the back, of course, you have to have his wings. Now what I did, the reason why these look kind of faded is because my previous version did have dark tan wings, but when I was trying to sculpt some hair for Daryl, but I had his head, I was sculpting onto the actual figure, so clay for my hands got all over the decal and it messed the decal up a lot, so I had to print off another one, and my printer wasn't really working that well, and it came out this kind of weird color. Not that bad, but it still kind of looks different. So wings decaled on there, pretty awesome. Moving on to his face is the same as before, yet this one has facial hair on it, unlike my previous version, so I got his goatee and his kind of faint mustache on there, so it definitely looks pretty awesome. Now his hair is definitely an improvement from the last version. The other hair just sucked major bumhole. This one is a lot better. It's the, I guess you can call it the skater hair, the surfer hair, and then I filed down this side to make it not jut out so much, and then I painted it a dark brown. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my version 4 of Daryl Dixon.
You got some balls for a Chinaman.
I'm Korean.
Whatever.
Next up is Rhee in his Riot Gear. Now, I've been getting requests to do this figure for a long time, and I mean a long time, like back last year actually when I started Walking Dead figures. So definitely glad that I finally got around to making this figure, considering that Glenn used the Riot Gear a lot in Season 4, so I finally got some good reference pictures for the Riot Gear, and I think it turned out fantastic. So he is equipped with a Brick Arms Reloaded M16, which is pretty awesome. I'm just going to take that out of his hand for now to show you the figure. So this figure has definitely been requested by a lot of you guys. Apparently he has some significance in this outfit in the comics. I have not read the comics yet. I'm planning to do that this summer. I'm just going to read all of them and catch up. And I'm planning on making videos for comic book characters. Like I'm planning on making the comic book version of Rick, Andrea, and maybe Negan, but we'll see. So, this version of Glenn in his Riot Gear has a lot of gray paint on it. So, down on the legs, he's got the dark gray top of his boots painted on there. Then he has the dark gray shin pads on there, or calf pads, whatever you want to call them. Shin guards, we'll go with that. Then he has some tiny tactical, I forget the name of it, I think it's 6 rivet knee pads. So I have those glued on there, and I painted the rivets in just to make it look, make them stand out a lot. And then on the top of his legs, he's just got some more padding outlined there, which continues to the side of the leg. So I'll lift up his arm, and there you can see some designs there as well. And then it continues onto the back as well. And then same on the other side. So his belt is really not that complicated. It's just some vertical lines just painted all the way around. As I said, there's just one there, and then you just have some more on the back as well as a solid rectangle. So yeah, pretty simple belt detail there. His torso is a minifig hat tactical vest. I think it's just called tactical vest, which was purchased from Modern Brick Warfare. So check them out. A link in the description will be posted below, so check them out. They have some pretty awesome stuff. So basically all of the details on this have been outlined in dark gray, like the up there, and then all of down there, and I have these straps up top outlined in dark gray, and then I have the buckles in silver on the back. Really nothing else except for just more outlining. The arms were definitely a challenge to get the padding correct. So the shoulder pads are just the gray shoulder pads with some horizontal lines, thick horizontal lines painted on there. And then he also has his elbow pads, which have a strap right there, which continue onto the back right there. So there you can actually see the elbow pads. And then you just have some wrist armor right there. So same on this side as well. Now the face is a different face. It is a clone trooper face. And then I brassoed off, or no, I actually used a pencil eraser. I went and I erased the all of like the cheekbones. I erased those off and erased other details on there. And then I painted on the blood stain on there, which definitely looks pretty awesome. And then his helmet is just a racer helmet in which I shaved down and cut off the brim. I don't know what to call it, just that part right there. Then the visor, I have the black stripe going on the top. I've got some dark gray, I guess, joints painted on there. Then I have a blood stain painted on this side, and then I have a dirt stain painted on that side. If you take off his helmet, you can put some hair on there, and he definitely looks pretty awesome. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Riot Gear version of Glenn Rhee.
We should burn it down.
Last figure up is my brand new Beth Greene. Now, last time I made one of these figures was like a year ago, maybe, or something like that. It's definitely been a long time since I've made a version of Beth Greene, but now I'm happy to have a brand new, more accurate version. Now, she is using the same face that my Maggie figure has. Let's see if I can find her there. She is same face, but except the double-sided. It's double-sided, so like there's the other face of it. So yeah, so same face as Maggie, so that's kind of weird, but whatever. I think it fits Beth greatly as well. So starting off, she has a weapon of choice, which is her, I guess, just a brick arms combat knife. She doesn't really use any firearms or anything a lot or frequently in the show, so I just decided to give her a knife. So onto the legs, she's got a hole that I painted on there in her jeans. So I painted that on there. Then she has her black boots, which kind of curve down on the sides there as well, and they go all the way around like that. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Then I also dry brushed the figure in a brown color, or her legs in the brown color, to kind of make her look dirty. Her torso is an aerolite curved torso in the flesh color, so it used to look something like, here, let me get one. Used to look something just like this, and then I painted all of that detail on there. Now, it may kind of look really weird on there. I'm not really happy because the paint wasn't laying the way I wanted to, but I couldn't just start over because the rest of the figure was turning out nicely. So there are some areas that could use improvement, like there's some layers of paint that are exposing, and it's just kind of annoying, but whatever, just gonna have to deal with it. It wasn't really cooperating that well, so this isn't my very best figure, but it is pretty good as compared to my older version. I don't have that torso around here either, because that one's a piece of crap, but I would show you guys, but I don't have it around here. So her torso, as I said, airy light flesh curved torso. I painted on the on her belt. I guess we can start there. She's got the brown belt with the silver buckle painted on there. Then over that, she's got her tan tank top, like undershirt, which has been painted on there as like just an undershirt. And then I have her dark gray kind of, I don't know what kind of shirt it was. I'm not really into women's clothing because I'm a guy, but yeah, so I don't really know what kind of shirt that was, but it was kind of like a tank top. So I painted that on there, added some wrinkles and stuff, and then I painted the brown line there with the buttons. Then up here I have her black necklace with the gold design there in the middle. Then if you turn the figure around, she's just got more detail on the back there. As I said, her head's the same one as Maggie, which is a Padme head, and I believe it was a Hermione head from the Harry Potter line. So that's pretty cool. And then her new hair is just from the collectible minifigures series, and it is, I painted it in the tan color, and then I dry brushed it in the, in like a brown color to make it look kind of dirty and stuff. So you guys can't really see all of her hair, so I'm just gonna like take her off. So yeah, that's what her hair looks like. So yeah, that is it for Beth Greene. Right, guys, so that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making these figures, as I always do, so hopefully you guys enjoyed them the most. Let me know in the comments below which of these figures is your favorite. Mine, I don't really have a favorite out of these guys because they all are just so awesome. I really love all of them. I really love how my Joe turned out, but I'm not really too happy about the face, but the torso on that thing, man, dude, I'm just so happy with that. So let me know which figure is your favorite in the comments below. Also, before I end this video, I just want to tell you guys, don't dislike my videos just because they're not Walking Dead. Because when I uploaded I know you guys have been really wanting another Walking Dead video, so that's why I'm making this one. But you guys were really wanting them, but I uploaded the showcase on my Infinity Squad Volt, and you guys, it got 5 dislikes just like that. So it was just kind of irritated me a little bit, kind of disappointed me a little bit, because I worked really hard on applying those decals on those figures, and for that to get 5 dislikes just because it's not Walking Dead, that's just kind of irritating. So just wanted to let you guys know that don't dislike my videos just because it's not Walking Dead, because Walking Dead figures take a while to make because I work really, really hard on these figures, and especially making the videos too, so just don't go and dislike a video just because it's not Walking Dead. Just wanted to tell you guys that because it is kind of irritating. I'm sure you guys can imagine it, just having your video that you work on for a while about a figure you've worked on for a while just dislike just because it's not from a particular theme. So just wanted to get that out of the way. So with that put aside, check out my Google Plus account as well as my Facebook profile and my Flickr photo stream. I upload content to those regularly, or at least I try to. And so yeah, check out those 3 websites. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.